Hello and welcome to a little bit of a landmark vlog number 20 of Down the Allotment. Before we do anything, if you're enjoying these or this is your first time here at Down the Allotment, go and give us a like and a subscribe if you would be so kind. We are just a few away from our second landmark, which is our second target, sorry, which is 150 subscriptions, which is nice. We're very little, but we're growing, you know, as it were. Very much a carry on kind of thing there, isn't it? How are we all? The sun is out in Birmingham. It's not freezing cold, which is wonderful. There's not gusts of winds. We don't have a storm with a silly name. We are delighting in the fact that the first signs of spring are here. Today I am coming up the allotment for a couple of hours. I'm going to finish off those black currants, the blackcurrant bed that we started the other day, which we were thwarted by the rain, and then the following week we didn't come down here at all because of the storms. However, as previously mentioned, my mate Snipe got the plot a few up from me. He was properly looking forward to coming down and getting started today, and bang, quite clearly as always is sod's law, he has got the COVID. So he's all bedded up at home feeling pretty rotten. I spoke to him yesterday, but 'tis life, I suppose. 'Tis life. So today I want to clear out where the black currants were. I'm not going to show it you again because I showed it last week. Go back and have a look at the video if you want to see the progress made last week. And I want to get that all cleared out. I'll show you my my soil mix that I'm going to use to hopefully kickstart some nutrition into the soil there. Yeah, I've been seeing more and more as I watch more videos, do more research on what's best for my plot and the ground, what is best for the soil. A lot of people talking about no dig versus dig. I had a look at it. I don't really think I fit into either category. I think I'm somewhere in between. I want to enrich the soil is the main thing, which both do, you see. But if you look on the forums and everything, bloody Nora, you'd think it was like communism versus capitalism. You'd think it was World War II. You'd think it was, you know, horrific rivalries in mega sports, the Ashes or something like that. I think people just need to chill out a little bit because they're getting a little bit over the top with it. If you say that you're no dig and somebody thinks that you're an idiot for that, that'll let you know. We should just chill out a little bit and let people do what they want to do, really. They're not harming anybody. If somebody wants to do no dig, let them not dig. If someone wants to dig, let them dig. Chill out, people. My gosh, there are bigger dramas in life. So yes, I think I'm somewhere in between the two of them, and the idea is, well, I want to dig down, I want to get some good nutrient-rich sort of organic matter into the ground, and then let the worms do their business and bring it all down, and then just keep on top of it. It's only a small plot of land, you know. Soil erosion is real, man. Right, yes, so I am going to get to it. I will show you the mix that I'm going to use. I've got my eggshells, I've got my coffee grounds, and I've got my coffee, eggs. I'm going to go and get some bloodfish and bone now. Got manure, got compost. So I'll show you the sort of mix that I'm going to do, and hopefully it's all right. It might be utterable, so who knows. You might well come into the comments and say, Lee, what you done there is a massive pile of crap, and I'll say, you're quite right, it's manure. There you go. Dad jokes. So right, yes, I'm going to get to it. Please like and subscribe. Go and give us a follow on the old socials. We're on Twitter and Insta, and it's at Second City Cottage. I've been an absolute idiot today and forgot my tea, and I haven't got the gas cylinders yet to do the stove. I'm going to get that next week, so then I'll have the stove for up in the spring and the summer, so we can have a nice brew. Yeah, so right, I'm going to get to it, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, been at it for about an hour and a half. I think it's time for a bit of a breather. It's it's fairly hard going, if I'm honest. Lots and lots of weeds. I've cut this one right back, as you can see. That was going a bit crazy earlier. I've done a little bit more cutting back on the others. You can see now that it's a lot more sort of tamed. I've sort of cleared the path a bit as well, going up to the car. Now I'm going to have a breather and I'm going to make my sort of soil mix, and we'll get that going into here. I've cut back a lot of weeds. It looks like there's weeds in here, but I've just hoed them so they just sat on the top. Now I'm going to put some bloodfish and bone down, and I will show you the mix that I'm going to do with the soil. That's hopefully going to be all right, and get these plants growing and producing. I've put one piece of wood back there and another that you can see there in the middle of your screen now. I've got some weed suppressant. I'm going to put it down. I do have this tree root here that you can see in the middle, and we have another one up here. I think it's a willow, I'm not sure. It just grows like absolute crazy and I can't get it up, so I might see if Snipe's got a tool to get that out as he works in this sort of area. There you go, first allotment favour from him. He might just tell me to bugger off, which is fair enough. So right, I am going to have a drink and then we shall carry on. This here I've put a plank, it's from Baby Prison, and I'm just slowly going to dismantle it and put it across so I can then add some bamboo sticks to this. I'm going to drill some holes through it and then tie some bamboo, so then we can put a cage over it. There's no great rush for that because the birdies aren't going to be in until the berries come, but the ground is rather soft at the moment, so I want to get them into that. So there you go. Absolutely knackered, if I'm honest, but it's the first time I've been doing it for a while. I'm going to go and have rehydrate with some water and we'll be back. Okay, rightio. I've dug out a bunch of the rubbishy soil and weeds ridden sort of stuff that was around the blackcurrants. I've cut them all back. Now what I want to do, as I was saying, is put in some new soil, and hopefully it'll be nice and full of nutrients and get the worms coming up. I'm going to grab the sort of soil, take it back down into the soil. What I got here in this bucket, I've got a mixture of well rotted manure and I have got compost in there as well. And what I'm going to do now into that, which should already be a very sort of nutritious kind of setup, is I've got some ground up eggshells that we were talking about before. Remember, wash them out, and we're going to put some of that into there in a minute. That's going to be the last thing that goes in here. I've been keeping my coffee grounds. Okay, if you're using a French press or a cafetiere or whatever you want to call it in the morning, keep your coffee grounds. Don't put too much in. I'm only going to sprinkle them in there, but then I'm going to put it on the top of the soil, but not too much, just a bit. This I'm going to put into it. Okay, this is slow releasing calcium. Not 100% sure what the coffee does, just been told by a lot of people and videos on YouTube that it's good. Then in this bucket here, I have got an awful lot of chicken poop pellets, actually. If I can open the bucket and show you. Make it look easy, don't I? Right, lids off. That sort of thing there, as you can see, yeah? So, fresh chicken poo, not great, okay, for anything really fertilising wise. Not sure about on your compost heap, check that out, it might be alright for that. So, nutritious soil here already, eggshells going into it. Then we are going to put the pellets into it, a little bit of coffee, yeah, just a little bit of coffee, and then we're going to spread it all over here and give it a good water in. Okay, before we do that, I've got here from the shop at the allotment, it's blood, fish and bone. Not 100% sure really what that does. They've told me here at the shop that it's fantastic for soft fruit trees and shrubs apparently as well. So let's go ahead and add this soil to our soft fruits and hope that it works. Yeah, I'd recommend using gloves. And here we go, here is the after. It's been about 2.5 hours, I think. I think you'll agree that this looks a lot better now. You can see it's got some nice rich soil in the base. It's got all of its nutrients in there. There's a little bit poking out, but this isn't perfect. It's not gardener's world, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, so I hope my time lapse worked. Don't lift paving slabs by yourself if you can help it. Certainly hurt my back doing that. What a clever chap. But I put this biodegradable weed suppressant down here so the grass doesn't go crazy. Me and Mark, who's my plot neighbour, sorry, got my microphone caught up on, oh, there we go. Me and Mark, who's my plot neighbour, doing something with this path in the middle between the two. So I want to kind of suppress this as much as I can. If I'm honest, I'm just tired, so I was going to cut this around and carry on up here, but I folded it over. There's a lot more of it. It's underneath that pallet there that's holding it down. I'm fairly certain that's well enough wind protected now, and when we come down either later in the week or whenever's next possibility, hopefully next weekend, if not, I want to try and get that out really. If not, then we'll cut it and we'll carry on up here and we'll dig all of this back and we'll carry on. But that is the soft fruit tree bed. It's not completed yet, but it's certainly a lot closer to where it was. What I'm going to do now is I am going to sign off for today, but we'll do a bit more in the cottage tomorrow and then I'll put the video up. So enjoy your Saturday, guys. I am going to go and celebrate with a pint of cold bubbly stuff. See you in a bit. And so here we are on a Sunday morning. Went out with friends last night, feeling a little bit worse for wear today, not going to lie. Keep forgetting I'm not 21 years old. It's key to remember you're not 21 years old. But got loads done at the allotment yesterday. It doesn't seem like a lot when you look at it. It's one sort of bed, but it's something that I've been wanting to do and get done properly for ages. And now it's done. Absolutely fantastic. Also, I forgot to put in the video yesterday, exciting new allotment sort of landmark moment, which I did last year, but only because they came sort of at the end. They were given to me, and so I pop them in and have a go. I have got my seed potatoes. Here we go. I got some Maris Pipers. I got some Picassos. I'm expecting those to grow in weird, wonderful ways, but I doubt they will, let's be honest. And some kestrel potatoes. Now, these 3 potatoes have got something very important in common. That is that I haven't got a bleeding clue what I've got to do with them. I hear people talking about early crops and main crops and late crops. I was labouring under the impression that that meant they went in the ground at different times, vastly different times. Apparently that's not the case. You tell me. So they go in around about the same sort of time, but they grow on for longer. Is that right? But I'm told, I believe that all 3 of these are main crops. So they all go in the ground at a particular time, and they sort of crop at the same time. Where baby prison is on the plot at the moment, that is where the potatoes are going to live. I asked this young lady if she wanted to come, bear with me, at the beginning of the video, and she didn't. But here she is. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Lyra's got a cold, which means I've got a cold coming. It's part of having a toddler, I'm afraid.
Hi.
So yes, they are going to go in where the baby prison is at the moment. These are going to go in the ground there. As I say, I started taking that apart yesterday for the new surround for the soft fruits. Hopefully going to get down in the week to the allotment, because I want to start weeding out all the other bits and bobs and covering them, getting more manure down and more compost, getting the ground nice and ready for the crops. This young lady loves compost. Yes, this young lady loves the allotment, don't you?
Yeah.
So realistically, that is sort of us for today. I'll show you propagation.
Mummy and Lyra in the bus.
I don't know what that means, but there you go. They're going somewhere in a bus, apparently. I'll show you propagation station before we go, just purely because things are growing like crazy, and the sprouts are up. The sprouts that I sown in the week came up immediately, you know, like a few days. I don't like sprouts. She likes sprouts, and Gina likes sprouts.
I don't like sprouts.
You don't like sprouts?
No.
Well, you told me that you did like sprouts.
I don't.
What are you going to do about that, eh? Well,
No.
you're having sprouts whether you like it or not.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Right, I'll show you the sprouts, and then we're away until the next vlog.
In the carol.
So, if you're enjoying the videos, give us a like and a subscribe down below. Bing! And give us a follow on the old socials. It's at Second City Cottage. We are about 7 people away from 150 subscribers, which is our second target. So go on, please, go and like it and subscribe, and then we can start looking to move towards the 200 mark. Rather interestingly as well, I received a message the other day. It looks like I might be going on to the Grow Your Own podcast, which is called The Dirt. Fantastic podcast. Looks like I might be going on there and having a little bit of a natter with them, so keep your ears out for that. So, until next time, we'll see you. Have a good one. Take care. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
So here's just a little update on the hydroponics. Growing like crazy now. Look at these lettuces, and now we've been eating this now as well. We've been picking it off and we've been eating it. Lyra loves it, and it just keeps growing back really, really quickly. Look at this basil here. How awesome is that? You know, everything's grown really, really well. It's due a change of water maybe today or tomorrow, but we are nibbling away at this, and it just keeps growing back. It's wonderful. Great little experiment. And here, apologies for the light, propagation station. Gina's bits and bobs that she's grown there, which we looked at last week, so I'm not going to really dwell because we looked at all of this. There you go, you got your leeks just instead of watering, so they're all a bit dewy. Here are the silver skin onions. They're going really, really well now. Sorry about the light in here. And there you go, there are our sprouts. Very excited to be growing sprouts because I think they look absolutely brilliant on allotments. I think they look absolutely awesome. So properly excited about those. But that is it really. That's your propagation station update and your hydroponics bay update. So see you next week, guys. Bye bye.